The next lesson I really want to talk about is sound selection. So if you've ever heard this 80-20 rule, sound selection is really like 80% of music production. Have you ever added a sample in? You've then compressed it, EQ'd it, added saturation, distorted it, you name it, and it still doesn't sound great. That's because no matter how many effects you put on a sample, if the original sample is trash, the overall sample is just going to be trash. So that's why you really need to focus on picking the best sounds. So I realized when I put in a sample that works, you can often get away with just changing the level of it and that's it. You don't need any extra plugins on top of it. For example, if you put a kick drum in and it's already perfectly processed for your track, you don't need to put any extra effects on top of it. You can literally just adjust the level so it's right in your mix and that's it. So if you were to look at a lot of my productions now, there's not actually that much post-processing on it. It's just nicely mixed down and it's got the perfect sample for the track. And this is also where key comes into play. So let's say your track is in F minor. You need to make sure you know the key of every sample you're putting in and it's in F minor. Otherwise, it's just going to be a disaster if you can't figure out what key it's in and you just wing it and put it in and then suddenly it's out of key. Now this only applies for tonal sounds such as melodies, vocals, 808s, things like that, and not for more transient sounds like hi-hats and claps. So what I want you to do when you next produce is every time you add a sample, think, is this improving my track? Does this work in my track? If yes, then keep it. If no, take it out, try something else, and keep repeating that process. And just by doing that, you should end up with a track that sounds way better than if you didn't focus on that.